has dropped more bombs in the last 10 days than we dropped in a whole year in Afghanistan. Where is your humanity? Where is your outrage? Where is your care for people? What is wrong with you? How is this possible? Wait, so is certain Americans' life important than another? Is the American that is living in Gaza less important than the one living in Israel? In Israel?
Welcome, dear viewers, to Rise Africa channel, your source for thought-provoking discussions on global issues.
I'm also saddened by the fact that 535 members of Congress fully condemn the horrors of what Israelis experienced. And that there is now only maybe few handful of them who could get to the point of saying, we condemn the slaughter of Palestinian children, of mothers, of fathers, of grandmothers, of grandfathers. How do you look at one atrocity and say this is wrong? Where is your humanity? But you watch as bodies pile up, as neighborhoods are leveled.
Today, we delve deep into a compelling speech delivered by Congresswoman Ilhan Omar, opening the door to a profound examination.
All right. Well, thank you all for withstanding the rain and for being here with us. I'm Congresswoman Ilhan Omar. I represent Minnesota's 5th Congressional District. I'm filled with sadness. Sad for the Palestinian and Jewish people who have been rallying across this country, begging for their leaders to stand up for humanity. Not being able to be given the space to grieve the loss that they have experienced, and not being allowed to be represented by people who can see their love, their compassion, their interest in saving lives.
This speech brings attention to the ongoing conflict in Gaza, the enduring impact of war-related trauma, and the pressing call for empathy and humanity.
How is it that we have a president who is talking about releasing hostages, who is talking about getting American citizens out of Israel, but could not get himself to say, I want to save and work to save the hundreds, thousands of Americans is stuck in Gaza? And I need you all to understand this hashtag of ceasefire, it is not just now. We have had hashtag for ceasefire for Gaza many times.
She echoed the shared desire for leaders to champion humanity, illuminating the frustration of those who have witnessed the loss of their loved ones in Gaza, but have been denied the opportunity to mourn.
How is it that we are serving in a body where there are members who condemn us for asking for peace, for ceasefire? The most simplest thing. So many people across the world are calling for a ceasefire. So many leaders are calling for ceasefire. Over 65% of our own population here in the United States is calling for a ceasefire in the latest polling. What are we doing?
Congresswoman Omar called for a ceasefire, emphasizing her concern about the unequal responses of Congress when it comes to the suffering of Palestinians.
And we would like for people to stop harassing us for caring about the humanity of people, to stop harassing us for asking for war to end. Because those of us who lived in war don't want to see war continue. Is the American that is living in Gaza less important than the one living in Israel? How is it that you're telling American citizens to go to the south of Gaza, but you can't tell Netanyahu not to bomb the south because there are Americans there? How is it that you are not condemning that Israel has bombed the crossing where humanitarian aid is supposed to get through Egypt, where we are asking our citizens to have safe passage? How is it that you continue to give lip service and hope for a negotiated humanitarian access when it's not happening? What is going on? How are we living this way?
She posed significant questions about the treatment of American citizens in Gaza, highlighting the need for a more empathetic and equitable approach. In her heartfelt address, Congresswoman Ilhan Omar resonated with the profound suffering that both Palestinian and Jewish people have experienced.
I survived war when I was 8 years old. I want you to picture this because it gets lost in all of the conversations, even when they interview people who are living under bombardment in Gaza. They do not ask questions that address their humanity. They do not ask questions that address what is happening to their psyche as they are living through this bombardment. So I want to give you an image of what it feels like. Imagine sitting in your house, hearing the noise that announces that you might vanish at any given moment. Holding on to yourself, your family members, trying to get as close to the farthest wall as you can, because all you are hoping for is if that bomb drops in your house, that you can at least crawl out. I did that every night, every week, every month, repeatedly. 12 rockets fell on the house I lived in.
Her personal story serves as a powerful reminder of the enduring effects of conflict on individuals and communities.
I am 41 years old. To this day, my bed, the side I sleep on, is right next to the wall. Because that trauma has not left me.
One of the most poignant moments in her speech was when she recounted her own traumatic childhood experiences growing up in Somalia during the Somali Civil War. She painted a vivid picture of the fear, anxiety, and constant threat of bombings, explaining that the trauma of her youth continues to affect her to this day. In our fast-paced world, staying informed and compassionate is crucial. Congresswoman Ilhan Omar's speech reminds us to keep empathy at the forefront of our conversations. Stay updated. Subscribe to Rise Africa channel today. As we wrap up this video, we invite you to join us on Rise Africa channel for more engaging content that delves into crucial global topics. By subscribing to Rise Africa channel, you not only stay informed, but also become part of a community that values empathy, compassion, and humanity.